Welcome to the semi-finals, the last man stands, world champs. Sandton Royals taking on the Western Swingers. Western Swingers are current Australian national champions, and their opposition, Sandton Royals, are the current national champions of South Africa. Sydney versus Joburg, Australia versus South Africa. Western Swingers are number 1 in the world, and Sandton Royals are ranked number 5 in the world. Should be an absolute humdinger of a match. Sandton Royals have won the toss and opted to bat. 14 without loss. Opening the batting, Ruben du Toit and Nick Whitelaw. Very good start here from the Royals. It's a great delivery there. Just did a bit too much. Good seam off the deck. Let's have a look at this replay. A fair call by the umpire there. The ball just shapes and seams away from the batsman. It's a lovely shot. No fielders there. 6 runs. A fantastic start here from the Sandton Royals. Joining us in the commentary box, we have a look at this replay here. He's just picked it up with his legs. Too full from the bowler. Joining me in the commentary box, welcome Mr. Wayne Grieve.
Good afternoon, Bjorn. Fast start here. Just been up on the top fields there for the, always a close run out, for the presentation of the plate final. Coco Ruff from New Zealand have taken that over the third legs from Brisbane. Great atmosphere up there. Both teams in good spirit. Flicked off his legs. Bill's come around. He's not all the way on the boundary. That's criminal.
Half a chance. What a bigging for the Swingers.
Shimmy down the wicket, keeps his head down and just trips it up into the breeze, and it's another maximum. That was a 4. And Nick Whitelaw, he continues to impress in this tournament. He's hardly failed with the bat or the ball.
Without loss after 2. Sandton Royals off to a flyer here, going at 15 and over.
They are heading with the wind.
That's the right tactics.
Interesting that Western Slingers have started from this end. Beyond, do you know if we're playing 8, 7, 7, 8, 8 from this end? Going to be doing the hard yards into the wind.
I think it's going to be 8-7, but I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, so they're bowling 8 of the overs from the tapper end. I'm not sure that's the best option. I suppose they don't want to allow the batter to hit downwind in the second half. He's got a play and a miss. So Ruben du Toit, he's got 9 from 4. Nick Whitelaw's striking it at 200% again.
Oh, it's good bowling. 2 dots in a row. Pressure building here. A little counter punch from the Western Swingers.
And it's good from James Whitstrom. Just needs an over here to calm the nerves for the Western Slingers. Start off with 2 dots. Well bowled, shaping that one back into Whitelaw. Much better here from James Whitstrom. That would probably take 70 or 80 from the first 10. It's not a bad result. So went for 30 from the first 2. They're clawing it back nicely though.
Good running.
Much better over there for the Swingers, beyond.
Much better over. James Whitstrom, he's impressed me this tournament. Took an absolute blinder of a catch yesterday. He's bowled well and he can hit the ball a long way. So a valuable player for the Western Swingers. Seems to find some rhythm there. So 34 without loss after 3. Still going at 10 and over here.
Beyond, we're talking in the quarter-final, Sandton Royals with the yellow shirts. Do you think that's to try and win over some fans from the locals?
I think it's definitely a good ploy. Playing here on the Gold Coast, the beautiful Gold Coast. I did warn them they might not be allowed back into South Africa with those shirts. Good bunch of guys. Have travelled well, a long way to be here, and they seem to be soaking up the atmosphere.
Ruben du Toit is an explosive player. It's Whitelaw on strike. Just a good passenger player from the Western Swingers. But just start to get a few dots and a few ones and a few twos.
You can see why they're the Oz national champions. They play good cricket, smart cricket.
It's a great shot into the wind, beyond. Ruben, is that Whitelaw again?
It's a fantastic shot, not an easy one to play there. But too full from the bowler, needs to bring it back a touch.
But he's probably thinking that's where he wants to bowl, because not many players have been able to hit that over extra cover against the wind for 6. Whitelaw is a seriously good player.
He's taken the pace off as well, and he still managed to generate good bat speed.
Do you know how old Whitelaw is, beyond?
24 years old, Wayne.
In club cricket back in Johannesburg. Putting you on the spot.
I think he plays for Pirates,
Okay.
I heard.
Otherwise known as the Rats.
The Rats out of Greenside in Johannesburg there. A bit of last man stands as well at that club. So one of the biggest
Good running from Detroit, jeez.
Oh, what an arm there. Won't take 2 against you, that fielder. That's great fielding from the Western Swingers. The Pirates have one of the biggest junior rugby programs in the Southern Hemisphere, I think. They have. It's on a Friday night. It's quite festive there for the parents. Really good club there.
Don't think Western Swingers will be too disappointed here. They had 30 off the first 2, did Sandton Royals, so only gone for 13 in his last few deliveries, so they're clawing their way back in. The new bowler is Deepak.
He's really impressed me. managing to get really good zip in that quarterfinal. This wicket looks a bit slower than Runway Bay 2.
It's not easy bowling from this end. Easy to lose your action.
Running into the wind, and it's pretty ferocious. It's a heavy wind. Batsman hitting with the wind here.
That's just a simple push down the ground. Great shot from Du Toit. Just leans on that. Not trying to overhit it. The outfield's quickened up nicely up here.
It's a sensational shot there down the ground for 4. Beautiful outfield. We wouldn't think to know that it was underwater yesterday this time.
It literally was underwater. I cannot believe how quickly this is dried. Well done to everyone here at Runaway Bay CC.
Look at Deepak's career history there. Played 70 matches of last man stands, best figures of 3 for 12. Very useful player.
Oh, slow ball.
Picked it. Vanished.
He plays that shot so well, does Whitelaw. We saw that in previous games. Gets down onto one knee. He reads it so early, Bjorn.
Makes it look easy, Wano. It's not an easy shot to play.
Sandton Royals with a fast start. It's exactly what you need from this end. It's going to be a lot tougher in the second 10 to be scoring at this rate. They got 150 against Spider Monkeys early on.
It's kept a bit low there.
I think Sandton Royals will be keeping an eye on that. They'll thinking that's an area to hit when they come on to bowl. Good length there.
Good finish there by Deepak. 57 allowed loss after 5.
So Whitelaw's at the majority of the strike. He's faced 17 deliveries. Du Toit just the 9. They're both striking it at above 200%.
I'd say 211.11.
Very quick there, Bjorn.
So don't often see that same strike rate there. 19 from 9 and 38 from 18. Du Toit and Whitelaw. So Nazir's going to come on to bowl. He's going to try and break a partnership here. It's a good move by the Western Swingers.
Good length, good length.
Much better length there. Beats the outside of the bat.
They've got a good bowling attack here. They'll be a little bit disappointed with how they've started. They've got some spin in the second half that they'll be going to. They just need one tight over here before the turn. That's going to really frustrate.
No justice there for Nazir. Another good ball. Thick outside edge for 2.
That's just indication of the wind that Gus Sloan was able to run around and cut that off. I think that was from the other end. It would have run away for 4. Be honest, the wind's just like an extra fielder out there.
Causing problems here, Nazir. Change of pace. He's bowling a bit slower than the other bowlers.
And also he's hitting a good length outside off stump.
Nazir's career history there. 72 games.
Superb here from Nazir. We said they needed a good over here before the turn. Ten and over is not bad. from a fielding point team from this end. Gets inside it should just be the one.
Really good over from Nazir. It's just what the Western Swingers needed. Just the 4 runs that over. Score is 61 without loss after 6.
Western Swingers, they can keep them under 80. After 8, they can try and squeeze at the back end. Last 7, try and keep them under around 7 and over. So I think they'll be happy with chasing anything under 135, 140. They'll feel they're in the game. Sandton Royals will be looking to go above 150. How would you be reading this, Bjorn? What do you think Sandton Royals will be thinking is part?
Against this attack, 15 over match. Anything over 120 is a good score.
Yeah, I think you're in the game. I think
they scored 140 the previous match.
150, yeah.
150.
Yeah.
That's what they'll be targeting.
Yeah,
but it's a much better bowling attack. And we do know it's going to get harder this next when they switch ends.
Yeah, I think if they only get 120, they'll be a little bit nervous. They won't.
We'll have a game on our hands.
Yeah, we'll have a game on hand.
Not out the match, though. I think that's.
No, I agree. I think they're in the game, but I don't think that's what they're looking at from here. I think they'll be hoping for around 135 from here. Gus Sloan has started well here. They run hard between the wicket, these two. Make the fielders throw the ball in. Good backing up as well. So the Western Swingers on the money here now in the last few overs. Gus Sloan, 482 matches. He does the fielding up. What is he doing? What did he panic there? Gus Sloan. They weren't even running.
Livid with himself there.
No one else to complain at there, Gus, besides yourself. Not your best moment, but that's just what a competitor is. Beyond he was, I think he might have thought they were turning for 2. Great comeback from Gus Sloan. Oh, the fielder, no! The fielder's
It's all happening out here. Reflex.
So, Gus Sloan, we've got to watch this whole over. The fielder slips, the ball comes in, we watch this. So the fielder goes down first, goes down. The Western Swingers will be watching this afterwards and having a chuckle, I'm sure. He gets the ball, he throws it in. Nothing's really happening, and then watch Gus Sloan.
Wouldn't want either of them to be a goalkeeper for my team. So good counter punch here from the Western Swingers. Just 10 off the last 2 overs.
You see on pitch 2 the AJ Spirit of Cricketer match. About to get underway. So Nazir, he was very good in his first over. Can he back it up now? Half a sharp LB.
Sliding down leg. There's a good shot. He really is troubling the batsman. Let's have a look at this. It's not a bad shot. I think possibly hit him outside the line. I don't think it was going down leg yet on that replay. So Whitelaw now on 45. 5 short of his 50. They want to get him in the bank.
And the last few deliveries, the toys just struggled to get it away. So he'll be looking for boundary here. We know he's got the firepower, clean hit strike of the ball, fast hands. There we go.
That's a superb shot.
Just walked across his stumps, helps it along the way.
That's the first half volley Nazir's bowled, and just can't bowl there to these guys.
I think he's trying to go for the slow ball, and that's exactly what Detroit was looking for, just something that he could get inside the line and hit with the wind to the smaller boundary.
These batters are from Johannesburg, and it's they won't be used to this humidity out here. See Nick Whitelaw just having a little moment to dust off the sweat there.
Great running.
It's good cricket there from Sandton Royals. Takes them to 75, 77 without loss. 1 ball to come in the over. Detroit on strike. He's on 31 from 17.
Well bowled. That's the length, Bjorn. Just well fielded. That's just back of a length, getting the batsman to drag the ball to the leg side, but
Much better length there and outside off stump.
I don't think either team will be too disappointed there. 80 from 8 hitting with the wind. That's about par, Bjorn. The next 10 is where the game could tighten up, and this is where the game's going to be potentially won or lost by either team here. I think Western Swingers would be delighted to be chasing 120 from here. I think Sandton Royals will be aiming for 140. AJ Spirit of Cricket Award. Who's that going to be? Everyone knows that. Not everyone, but a lot of people from Australia will have fond memories of AJ. Such a great man on the circuit, and this match is going to be in memory of him on pitch 2. Funds raised going to the AJ Trust. So well done to all the guys that have turned out to play in that match and raise some funds for that trust fund.
The spinners are on, heading into the wind.
So Bjorn, you've watched a bit of Sataka. How would you describe his bowling? What right arm leggy?
He's
bowls more googlies than leggies, doesn't he?
yeah, he's a wrong-un. Bowls the wrong-uns. It's a stock ball, the one that turns into the batsman, but it's a leg spin action out the back of the hand. Let's have a look here.
I think he has got bat on that, but I think it's gone bat into the ground. Good.
Very difficult to see from here.
I think that's good decision, but I think he got a bit of bat on that. Good keeping. Great start, chap. Oh, the fielding just letting him down. That would not be.
It's a little fumble there. A good start though from Sataka. Have a look at his career history there. A very experienced player.
Get the feeling that his batsmen are looking at to go reverse hits here.
She's into the wind. It's up. And it's over. What a strike.
That's a serious shot.
Lovely use of the feet, head still.
Great shot from Detroit. Not many players have been able to clear that mid-off boundary today. It's 2 more.
A good over this for the Royals.
Very good over for the Royals. Beyond, just as it started off looking like it was going to be in favour of the Swingers, and they just seem to be able to find a maximum whenever they need one, do the Sandton Royals. Both batsmen approaching 50 now.
Darren, the team organizer, will be pretty relieved with the start. It's always a bit nervous the first 5-10 overs. You don't want to be wickets down, but it looks like he's got the perfect start here. The semi-finals of the Last Man Stands World Champs down at the Gold Coast. This did not look possible yesterday with all the rain. It's fantastic to be out here. Gus Sloan coming on to bowl his second. Went for just 6 his first over. Oh, top of off stump. There's well played.
Good fielding. They're quick between the wickets, these two. They've got their best fielder out there at extra cover. He came in, covered the ground, but the two batsmen are very quick between the wickets. Good change up from Gus Sloan, digging that one in. They're going to get 2 more.
That's a 50 up for Nick Whitelaw, 50 from 27.
Umpires there are going to have a photo of Nick Whitelaw in their gallery from this tournament. Who is this coming in at number 3? Is this Martin van Beek? No.
Going for youth here, leaving the experienced Martin van Beek in the hat for later.
He didn't play in the previous match, I don't think, Bjorn. He's carrying an injury, but just so they're trying to hold him back.
That's Jared Alder, who
That's Jared Alder again.
had a superb finish to the last match.
So they're not changing the winning formula. Again, they reverted top. They run a lot of 2s to Sandton Royals. Must be very frustrating for these fielders. They're not used to this. 2 youngsters just dropping and running, and then the fielders come a bit off the boundary, and then they put the foot on the accelerator. So they mix up their play so well, yeah. Fielder comes around.
Oh, it's a great effort.
Great effort there, and from the man at mid-wicket boundary there.
Just picked it up on the bounce. Not easy to do that. Have a look at the replay. In the wind a bit. The batting from the other end, they would have carried to the fielder. Gus Sloan charging in here. He's looking for a wicket.
Got a feeling there's just 2 more. Shots of hold it. So Sandton Royal, not easy to get boundaries from this end, beyond, so you're going to have to run hard, and Western Swingers need a few tight overs here now.
Projected score up to 149, so they've been relentless from both ends.
Gus Sloan actually bowled a good over there. Didn't go for any boundaries, but I still think he went for 8 off the over.
He went for 9 there. He was 6 at the start. Yeah. So he'll be disappointed with that.
When you go for 9 off an over with no boundaries, you feel like a little aggrieved. Do you get those fielders 5-10 off the boundary? Catch-22 situation.
Possibly could with the wind, especially deep mid-wicket fielder could come 5 off at least.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the square legs probably can stay deep, but I agree with you on the mid-wicket fielder should come in a bit, especially to older. The toy's been there for a while, so you might be happy for him to try and push for the 2. He might be trying to get to 50 as quickly as possible, but older likes to knock it into the gaps and run.
Well, that's out. This could be out.
It's gone very high. This is going to take some catching, but I think this is going to be safe beyond.
It's just going the Royals' way at the moment.
That came back like a boomerang. He hit that one straight up into the wind.
I think that was the bowlers, but he needed to.
Yeah. Almost hit him on the toe there. I think from the other end, that probably would have been maybe 6.
Yeah. Just. Not sure that's necessary from Ruben du Toit there.
I can see he's thinking. He's maybe thinking it's so hard to hit down the ground, but you know, if he gets any bad on it's 4, but it's
and into the gap they're running too so well.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a bit tired. Saving his legs.
Very good here from Meru. How have they got 2 from that?
Very good running again. The fielder's under pressure. They know they've got to pick it up cleanly, otherwise it's 2 every time.
This is a different version of LMS that I think a lot of these Australian teams are seeing. These running between the wickets from these teams is next level. I'd hate to be a fielder out there. Surely there can't be another 2. There's another 2.
Such a quick turn. It's going to be tight. Oh, it's really good running from Elder. That was very quick. They're going to be tired though. This does start to add up.
Yeah, they're going to be very tired out there.
It's hot and humid. Lucky there's a bit of a breeze today. Can't be another 2, no?
That's another 2.
Fielder's also getting tired.
Very frustrated for the Western Swingers because they're executing their game plans with the ball. They're getting a few mishits. They're getting the batsmen to hit to the areas they want the batsmen to hit it, but they still ended up going for 8, 9 and over.
Oh, what a knock from Ruben du Toit. Another 50 for him. 51 from 27. There's another one in the gallery of all the umpires. That's Krusty there, the umpire. He's been fantastic all week as well. Big shout out to the umpires. They've all been superb here in Australia. Big thanks to them volunteering their time to be here.
The Sandton Royals 106 from 11. Beyond, you were saying earlier you think that they would at a minimum be targeting 120. I think they probably, as you say, would potentially be in the game at 120, but I think they'll feel a little happier if they can get it up to 140 here. It's 2 more. Jared Holder, very good play-up spin, especially off the back foot.
Now 9 and over is going to be hard to chase down, especially the 7 or 8 into the wind.
Just the 1. Might get fined. They only ran 1 on that occasion. They're beyond.
New batter wants to get batter and ball, and there's Neil Timmers. The left hand is going to cause a few problems for the skipper to work out here. No fine leg. Oh, he's had a huge swipe first up there, and he's not having a look.
I think he's bowled him the wrong one. that's his stock delivery, Bjorn. So it's actually good for Western Swings that they've got someone that can turn the ball away from the left-hander here. Big hit. Fielder's coming around. It's 4 more.
6.
6 into the wind.
It's just cleared the ropes there.
Advantage of having a left-hander for the second half here.
Hitting against the spin. So
and against the wind. To the longer boundary out there. Great shot from Timmers. Holds his shape and then bang.
looking for 2. Timmers not quite as quick as Ruben du Toit. So 116 after 12. Have a look at the batting card there. Bowling card, sorry. Zia for me has been the pick of the bowlers. He's coming back onto bowl here. I think it's a good move from the skipper.
What Sandton Royals have been able to do here is pick up a 6, a maximum on regular occasions, and then mix that up with a lot of 2s. There haven't been many 4s.
Pressure really is on the fielders.
And somehow they're going to get 3, and that's going to be out. This time they got
too cheeky on that occasion.
And he's hustled him out there as the mid-on fielder. He's pretended he's misfielded it. Timmers thought there's a chance for 3. Good throw in the end. Needed to be a good throw. Timmers dived, but in vain.
Umpire's in perfect position there. Look at that.
New batsman is Martin van Beek. He's the old man of this team. I wonder if he's usually a good runner between the wickets, but he's carrying a bit of an injury beyond, so I'm not sure we'll see as many 2s.
Interesting to see how fit he is. He represented South Africa at the Cheshire, the World World Cup down there. A bit quicker there from Nazir.
I think he's been the pick of the bowlers, Bjorn.
Mixed up his pace well. I think in this end he can actually afford to go a bit fuller. Martin van Beek's career history there, 474 matches. It's a bit scratchy there, didn't move his feet. It's well bowled again by Nazir.
He hasn't had a lot of time at the crease in this tournament. Top 4 have done the business. But when he gets going, he's great to watch. Said there's not going to be any more 2s, but looks like
not going to take his arm on again.
Chucky's injury looks okay there. He ran that first one hard, but I like the fight shown from the Western Swingers here. They're in the game. Outstanding from Nazir, just going for 19 from his 3 overs. I'll tell you what, Bjorn, they have clawed their way back in a little bit here. They can keep it under 140. Just gives them something to give Sandton Royals something to think about, because a fast start will really put Royals under pressure. They haven't been under pressure at all in this tournament, but Western Swingers have got the lineup to chase whatever the Royals put on the board. Yeah.
So, crucial period of play here for both teams. Sandton Royals have batted well. They've got a platform to explode, but a few more good overs here. They'll be very happy with anything under 140. It's great bowling from Sutaka.
It's a perfect end for him to be bowling from. Bowls it very slowly through the air, just out the back of the hand. Gives it loop, drops. Googly every delivery here.
It's short. Is it going to go?
Clever from Van Beek.
That's straight as an arrow there, down the ground, over the bowler's head. One bounce four. He'll have enjoyed that.
Better length there. There's going to be two more. Good from Van Beek. I feel Swingers could possibly get their third man in front of square here, try and get them to perhaps try the reverse sweep. Very hard to generate pace behind square here.
It's well bowled by Sutaka. Should just be one.
He's doing okay for his team, Sutaka. He's gone for 30, but he's 10 and over. He's not.
Can't know what you did.
Bill's come around. The 3 overs for 30 from Sutaka. Not bad. It's only a 15 over game.
129 for one after 14. 1 over to go here. Projected scores come down considerably now, just he had 138. Still a decent total, but Gus Sloan coming on to bowl. No, it looks like James Widdestrom.
There's a big over in this game because Spider Monkeys were in a similar position against Sandton Royals earlier. 135 going into the last over, and Royals got up to 153, and I think that just killed the game for Spider Monkeys. So Western Swingers need to try and keep this below 140 here. Gus Sloan comes around. Very good from Gus Sloan.
Quick.
A wicket chip will be gold. It's not just for the wicket, but a dot ball as well.
Oof, what a ball.
Just getting it to drift away there with the breeze.
Fake not moving his feet there. He's got to get his head closer to the ball. Sorry, Alder.
It's the 2. So just 3 from the first 3 deliveries of this final over.
Should just be one.
Van Beek, he's hit a few home runs in his last man stands career. I think he's in double figures of home runs. And last ball, yeah.
Difficult into the wind.
I think he's going to be targeting extra cover here, but Fielder does very well.
What an over here from James Widdestrom.
What an over, but that's just what the Western Swingers needed. That'll give them some confidence going into the break. I make that a fairly even game here from here, Bjorn.
It's a great fight back. You did call it as Western Swingers changed end. It was a lot harder to get the ball away, so you've got to start strong when you're hitting with the wind. It'll be interesting to see how the Western Swingers come out to bat, what their tactics are. We've got a game on our hands here.
I think it's one of those ones, Bjorn, you're waiting to see which end Sandton Royals going to bowl from. You might be... I think Sandton Royals, when they bat, they just keep the same order, but Whitelaw and Detroit can play aggressively and they can play within themselves. So, but some teams have got guys that are more boundary hitters than stroke players, and I think those are the guys you've got to be trying to hit downwind. Let them have free license.
What Sandton Royals did in the previous match here is they bowled up front with the spinner Nick Whitelaw, and he was just a little offies outside, off stump. The batsman had to fetch him, but it's a risk if someone gets in.
Yeah, Bass managed to get under one of his deliveries, and then he just fired it in a bit quicker. I'm tempted from this end to go with your fast bowlers who are able to hit back over length, try and take the hit down the ground out the equation. Interesting to see if they go with Whitelaw again, yeah, Bjorn. And it'll be interesting to see who opens the batting here for the Swingers. They've got a left-hand, right-hand combination in Batra. I think it's Winderstrom. And
Batra should open. Possibly they might want to send Nazir up the order, but he's not a big hitter. He's more of a worker. You got Guslow and you got Winderstrom. Can clear the ropes.
Would you, if they open hitting downwind, would you still think Danny Batra's the right guy to open the batting?
He's done an all tournament for them. It's a
tricky one. You can sometimes overthink it, but Batra's not really the type of player that likes to clear his left leg and go over long on. He's a great player, and
classical batsman.
Yeah, but you don't want to get caught out trying to hit everything over cow corn and then get loads of dot balls stacking up against your name. So I'm sure Western Swingers will be thinking through their tactics here.
So 8.9 and over required. That you really got to make hay batting with the wind. You want to go 10 and over for that period of play. You do need a striker that can clear the ropes. You need one boundary at least every over.
I was watching the Western Swingers against the Bomb Squad on pitch 2 earlier, and that's a dip back. Is a very good strike of the ball, left-hander as well. So I'm really intrigued to see where he bats, and I'm also very intrigued to see if Sandton Royals are going to go with the same tactics against the Spider Monkeys, bowling from the trickier end first up. So a bit of cats and mouse here. If this was you, would you just send your normal openers out, or would you try and wait to see which end they're going to bowl from?
I'd send Danny Batra with James Winderstrom and just get Danny to play his normal game, get Winderstrom on strike.
Yeah, I think it's actually...
Who would you get, Wayno?
Well, I think it's the other left-handed. I think there were two left-handers in the lineup. That's a deep back. He's the left-hander, and he hits it very well.
Looks like he's padded up there if my eyes aren't deceiving me.
I think he's their best batsman, so you probably want to give him time at the crease. I was watching, he hits the ball well both sides of the wicket, so Yeah, I think a left-hand, right-hand combination early doors is going to maybe unsettle the Sandton Royals, yeah.
This is going to be an interesting finish to the match here. It really is two high-class teams playing. They are fantastic athletes and last man stands players.
We're just watching some footage of the AJ game. That's the charity game on pitch 2 for the AJ Trust. All the players in this match are paying $100 to donate to charity, AJ Trust charity. So if you've just joined the broadcast and you're watching, that's not Sandton Royals at the crease. They're having a little bit of a break. Just glad to be out here beyond this time yesterday. It was
Just snorkel on.
Yeah.
Flippers.
Yeah. So these outfields try out magnificently. The umpires are now making their way out to the middle. I'm excited for this run chase, Bjorn.
You have to take a few chances to chase down the score. It's very gettable though.
Sandton Royals haven't committed yet which end they're going to be bowling from yet. It's not clear.
Reflex, which end do you think they're going to bowl from, boy?
So our analyst is
A lot of hand signals going on.
Okay, so the analyst is saying it's going to be from the kangaroo end, which is the opposite end of what you're seeing from the side screen. So it's where we placed on this side. We call it the kangaroo end because there's been a few kangaroos running around us here. And they've gone for Whitelaw again here.
It's not a surprise. It's worked for them, but you got the left-hander in, so
It's even more so I think it works for them because they can try and tack him up here.
coming round the wicket.
That's exactly 9 and over required. Punch that one down the ground. Shouts of 2. They're trying to give Sandton Royals some of their own medicine here. Starting off with a 2. Have changed the order up here. They haven't just started with back track.
Lovely shots. Should be 4. They're going to cut it off. No, he's done well there.
Dip back. 70 matches. Look at the win record from both teams. Very high.
So
Loses shape. Lucky to get away with that there, Bjorn.
disappointing for the swingers not to capitalise there.
They've changed the order. They haven't gone with Batra. And they've gone with big one Nehru. And I actually like that play.
I know they need 10 and over from this end.
But I also think Batra in the last 10 or last 7 could be effective. He likes going through the offside and he'll be hitting with the wind through the offside. So that's playing to his strengths as well.
It's missed everything. It's well bowled there by Whitelaw.
You can't believe it.
Have a look at the replay if we can. Just stood up too soon there. Lovely flight and guile.
So this is a great matchup. The current South African champions taking on the current Australian champions, Bjorn. Semi-final of the world champs.
It's a huge match, huge moment. Number 1 in the world versus number 5 in the world, both national champions. One from Joburg, one from Sydney. International flavour here.
It's hit hard down the ground. Well fielded out here from Whitelaw.
Looks like a change of bowler. It's Kieran Foss coming into bowl. He's represented LMS South Africa earlier this year in the World Cup in Kenya. Drifting down leg there, that's wide. We didn't see too many wides from the Western Swingers. They were very tight with their line, sometimes occasionally too full, but
I think we've got a game on our hands here, Bjorn. So Kieran Foss, he's played a lot of LMS cricket. I think he'll still be feeling the nerves here. Sandton Royals know that this is the first time they've been under a bit of pressure in this tournament. .135 is not unchaseable yet.
it's a good shout.
I think it's a little bit high. Maybe not high, going down leg.
Krusty's been solid all week. It's the umpire there. I think it's a good decision. Looks like it's definitely sliding. Good appeal though. Good pressure on the batsman. Well bowled. Kieran Foss's career stats there. 306 matches. Best of 4 for 3. 16 3-wicket hauls. You'd love a 3-wicket haul here.
It's cut away. Just the one. Good start here from Kieran Foss. I think Western Swingers need, in these first 8, they need to be up around 75 to be in the game, yeah. 75 minimum, I think. So they need a big over in these first 8. Sandton Royals at 80 from their 8, beyond.
Yeah. Oh, it's well bowled. It's very well bowled. And it's just the one over that you need to really target. One or two overs, we need a few big sixes. And
Talking of sixes, on the backfield, AJ Truscombe, Ross Cowards just been taken for 6.
probably didn't get his hips through the line there. Dropping it short.
We're back on the main oval. Whitelaw to continue.
Went for 7 in his first over. Like to see them come down the crease to Whitelaw. They've got to take him on. They've got to take a few risks here. They've got to go against one of the bowlers, so maybe not Whitelaw, but can't do this 1s and 2s from this end.
This one or the other one? Which game? That one. This one.
boundary now. Giving themselves a few to look at to get in. They need to take some risk here against Whitelaw.
Sandton Royals won't mind this at all. Stealing in ones and twos at the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out the role of Vikram Nehru. Danny Batra is played the anchor role. Not sure why you'd move away from him if Nehru is going to also play the anchor role. Big hit. Phil's coming round. That's a big moment there. The left-handed Deepak.
Pressure was building and it's a release shot. They needed to go.
From the other end, beyond that would have been over the ropes. Maybe they should have kept Deepak back for the second half there. That's a big moment in the game.
Might not be the worst thing because they were battling out there. They were getting behind the run rate. This brings in James Witterstrom. He's probably hits the ball a bit further than Deepak.
I think Deepak, the problem for him is hitting into the wind there. I feel the man that's got to get going here is Nehru, the right-hander.
Yeah. Got to hit down the ground with the wind. That's what the Sandton Royals did so well. Everything was towards the side screen.
See, White will drop in short there, but you can actually get away with dropping short to the left-hander from that end. From the other end, if you drop it short, you're going to be fetching. You couldn't drop it short to the right-hander, I think, on that occasion there, Beyond.
100% Wayno. And Deepak should have probably tried to hit that flat bat, tennis style, towards Hasib on the cameras there.
Got caught off guard a bit. I don't think he's expecting that one. It's one of those ones you just see the ball in your area and
muscle memory takes over. So in a bit of trouble here, the Western Swingers. Look at James Witterstrom's career history.
Western Swingers now need to do something different. Vikram Nehru. Calling for a change of attire.
Not sure it's the right time to take your helmet off. It's going to run Janse van Rensburg up a bit, Wayno.
He needs no invitation to change his length, does Ron? I think he'll struggle to get one up into that area against Witterstrom, though. Helped on his way. Watch his Sandton Royal fielders. They're so quick off the boundary. They're so aware. Sandton Royals would have had two there in the innings. They're just relentless with the pressure they put on you. There we go. What a shot that is. That's in the car park, Beyond.
That's what they needed. It's a lovely shot there.
Great choice there. Yeah, I think he's got the short one.
He's asking for it. He knew it was coming. Let's have a look at this replay.
Just swivels on it.
It's a great pickup.
So Van Rensburg now has been sent a warning. Don't drop it short to Vic Grant. You go for the full treatment if you do. Good comeback here. Oh, the keeper's just hasn't backed up the bowler there.
Clever bowling there from Van Rensburg to change it up there.
Good intent there from James Witterstrom. quite capitalised on the maximum there.
It's a good finish there from Van Rensburg with 2 dot balls. That's the swingers dugout there.
They're going to continue with Whitelaw. What an asset it is to have someone who's able to go at only 12 in his first 2 overs bowling into the wind. He did this against Spider Monkeys as well. You feel he's the bowler they should be targeting, but so far teams are just struggling to get him away.
Well
Bowled
done.
him again.
He enjoyed that. He's got a little celebration going. Vikrant Nehru. The one beautiful 6, but didn't quite get going. Strike rate of 137. 2 down for the swingers. And Nazir coming in.
Do you know why he's run all the way to celebrate with the backward point? You think there was a tactical advice there from the man out there?
I think just wanted to have a run there, a trot. I think it was watching too much English Premier League football. Just found himself out there. There's Martin Van Wyk at point, so maybe
Yeah,
old
gone
head.
to the old man. You told me, Martin. Martin's definitely claiming that wicket, I think, Bjorn.
Sure, he claims most of the wickets.
But flatter that time from Whitelaw.
Nazir, so Gus Sloan.
Oh, there we
That's
go.
huge.
That's how to...
Shit. That has gone an absolute mile. That is into the stratosphere. James Wooderstrom. I would have liked to have seen him open. Guy that can hit a ball that far.
Could have kept the left-hander maybe back there, Bjorn.
He is devastating when he gets going. That would have been a 6 on any ground in the world.
I think he needs to go. He needs to back that up with another one, Bjorn. I think he's...
I want to know what Chucky's saying to Whitelaw now. What his recommendation is.
It's one of those ones that's a good question, actually. Do you give it more loop? Do you go flatter?
I don't think you give it a loop too. I think he's got to go flat outside off.
There's 2 schools of thought. There's some guys think you hold the ball back a little bit and get him to go swing too early.
From a bit behind the crease there.
We're interested to see the response here.
Just tossed it up. It's brave bowling. It's just the one. Clever batting. Kangaroo.
Well flighted there again from Whitelaw. Not scared to give it some air. Another great spell from him, Bjorn. Picking up 2 vital wickets. Goes for 21, but I think that's job done.
Fantastic spell there from Whitelaw. Won't be disappointed with that at all.
What are the other bowling options here? Do you think Martin Van Wyk will roll his arm over? Now they've got Jared Old that bowls a bit of off spin.
I don't think Van Wyk will bowl.
Edged. This could fall short. There should be just 2.
Van Rensburg looked like he just rolled his fingers over the ball there to slow it down, deceived the batsman.
Bob Aldrin. Good battle out there now, Bjorn. Rensburg looks like a real competitor.
Yeah, costing a few dot balls here. This is not what the doctor ordered for the swingers. They need to get bats on ball.
Wenderson just walking down the wicket.
Get me on strike. That's all he's got to do, Nazir. Got a batting partner, James. You got to get him face as many balls as possible. Here we go. That's better. Bowled him. I thought he punched that into the offside.
You're a bit blindsided from the Widdestrom. Yeah, you're straight behind it. I also thought that beyond, but bowl them. That brings Gus Sloan to the crease.
It's a great ball. Just yorked him. Required run rate now above 10. 98 from 46 balls.
Looks like one of the Western Swingers supporters just left, very disappointed with that wicket.
He's leaving the stadium
Skippy,
early.
there goes Skippy. I think he's a big fan of Nazir. There's his bus. He's just waiting for these taxis going to the airport.
Lovely shots. Should be 4.
Just plugs in the outfield.
I was going to say, I think Nick Whitelaw is too wide there. I'd like to see him a bit straighter.
Good start from Gus Sloan.
It's good intense. Another good over there from Van Rensburg.
This Western Swingers is a good outfit. Coming across a very good Sandton Royals team, but they're only slightly behind the rate here. They just need 2 big O's before the turn. I think Martin van Wyk is potentially someone they might target here.
We're going to see a lot of mixed bag here. He bowls a lot of slower balls. No one out the back of the hand, just looped up and completely deceived Widdestrom on that occasion. He's having a bit of a chuckle about it. Watch, this one's going to be the quick one, about 3 yards faster. This quick one is very quick. He only bowls it every 2 or 3 overs.
Keepers come up to the stumps now. It's a leg bar.
Gus Sloan knows what he wants to do here.
So he just got in, so not going to be easy. Good from Gus Sloan.
Rotating the strike's always good when you first got in.
Especially with Widdestrom there on the other end, and we're not long before the turn, and Widdestrom needs to try and clear the boundaries here. And he's done that!
It's gone up.
No, it's got straight up. Straight up, Foss is under it. Oh, he's...
Great catch. That is a fantastic... I thought he'd overrun it there, Wade.
He hit that out the middle of the bat behind, but almost too early. It went straight up. And normally with the wind, the ball, I don't know if the wind's changed direction or if he just...
I don't think he must not have timed that properly, because that should have gone for 6.
Let's watch it, yeah. He's very early on it.
I think he's clothed it. It's a great catch by Kieran Foss in the deeps. Have a look at this. The wind slightly carries as he's overrun it a little bit. And he just...
Good adjustment at the end.
Eyes on the ball. That's how to do it.
Well done there from the...
His mum will be a proud mama. I'm sure she's watching at home. Always comes down and watches her favourite son play.
So well taken out there from Kieran Foss.
Swingers in all sorts of problems now. 43 for 4.
And I think you can't really fault Witherspoon with the intent there. He had to go beyond.
Now the ball was there to be hit. He was just slightly too early on it, I think.
Yeah, as it first hit it, I thought that was going to be out of here, but he's just got so much height on that. The wind's swirling out there, and Foss does very well. That's a great catch under the circumstances there, Bjorn.
So Martin van Wyk, as so often he does, picks up a crucial wicket there. He was a danger man.
Sandton Pahlale, he's the new bat. He's not going to be...
one-sighter. There's a sighter there. Leaves the wide one. Danny Batra, still no sign of him.
So Taka, what a player he is though, Bjorn.
Look at those stats. 542 matches. LMS legend.
He's not been sent in to nurdle the ball around.
He's warming up his shoulders now. I think he's loose.
Need a few stretches.
This is the last over from the Kangaroo end. Need to get a couple boundaries here just to bring them back in.
They're well behind the rate now, the Western Swingers.
It's up to 11.5 required, which is very tricky. Heading into the wind from the next 7.
Sataka on strike.
That'll help.
He's got a baseball stance there. Opens up. And he's basically saying to Van Rensburg, I'm coming at you. Good hand there from the bowler. It's a free hit, champion.
Yeah, front foot, no ball.
Looks like it's a free hit, and Gus Sloan will be licking his lips. He's got an opportunity.
Well fielded.
Looks like Dutoy out there. Comes around and just the 2.
Great footage from our cameraman Hasib. It's very good bowling here from Sandton Royals. It's not easy out there. A lot of pressure on these batters. Soccer's 5 from 3. Looking for boundaries. Slower ball.
Foul them. Great length. Just very skillful that Bjorn. Just holds the line. Knew exactly where Sataka was trying to hit him. Just doesn't go too full.
Loses his balance, his shape, and he has to go for an early shower. 52 for 5 after 8. Change ends here.
Rugby awaiting the final. Looks like this could be an all South African final there, but still a little bit of work to be done here for Sandton Royals.
Sagging boys have just arrived. Very difficult for the swingers to win it from here. They'll need someone to be a hero. Gus Sloan could be that man. He's on 7 from 5. Australian international. Played for Last Man Stands Australia at the World Cup in Kenya earlier this year.
New bowler is Jared Alder. They got all bases covered here, Sandton Royals. They've got 2 quick seamers, left arm spinner, right arm off spinner. And then Marty van Beek, I'm not sure what he bowls, but it's effective.
They're going to regret their decision not to open with Batra and Widdestrom. It's a lovely shot. Still just the one. We saw Sandton Royals turning those ones into twos.
Yeah, they're a few years younger, a few less legs, a few less years under the legs. So the new batsman is Ashkai Nawal. Helps to have the left here in the second half of the innings here. He's not really holding his shape here, and good bowling from Alder. Game plans from Sandton Royals are on the money here.
No one's really got going there. Just the 2 sixes so far. Wonder if Ross has been hit for any more sixes on the AJ match.
I think he's been taken out of the tack.
Sent to the comms box.
Where he should be. Marty van Beek. Now he's bowling a few loopy off spinners. Gus Sloan, he needs to do something here for his team. He needs a flurry of boundaries.
Difficult out there, getting into the wind. Clever bowling from Van Beek.
Very clever. Knows that the area, easier area to score is through extra cover. Mid wicket to the left-hander. See, he's just bowling a little bit quicker to the left-hander than to the right-hander. He's taking the pace off it, not giving Gus Sloan any pace to work with through the offside. So they've thought this through well here. Have Sandton Royals. It's not only about see the ball, hit the ball, you've also got to have game plans and you've got to execute them, and Royals are doing that here. On that occasion, it's got the full treatment, and we need a few more of those. Yeah, the neutrals do, Bjorn.
It's a fantastic shot there. He's just going too short there on that occasion. Picked it up early and dispatched.
That's the danger. The speed is good, but too short, as you say. Held his shape and
keeps his head still. Good balance there. Let's see if we can do this again.
It's gone a bit wider. This could run away for another boundary. Fielder's coming around. Does superbly there. 3 more though to the total.
It's Nick Whitelaw doing some great work in the deep there. The slide to save the boundary.
game's come to life again, yeah, Bjorn.
A few more of those, and they'll be back in the hunt for this. It's not over yet. Just too full there from Alder. It's in the arc and out the park. 73 for 5 now. From 35 balls.
This time flat. Gus Sloan runs the first one hard. He's got to go.
Good running.
Great running. He's keeping the left hand on strike. And that's who you want on strike here, Bjorn. Well, the spinners are on it.
Now, well, 20 from 9.
Gone again. Fielder could come around. This could be out.
Kieran fast again, safe as houses under the high ball there. Great effort there by Akshay Nawal. He goes for 20 off 9 balls.
Yeah, so good fight there from Nawal, but
75 for 6. Danny Batra must be the last man in. He can bat, he's no mug with a bat.
so we just apologise to our viewers, the lack of audio coming through. Just been informed. Kieran Foster could continue. Apologise to our viewers for the lack of audio, but it seems to be working now. Western swingers have battled hard, yeah. Viewers in South Africa will be late at night watching this. Great shot from Batra. Approaching the back end of this road case. Apologise for the audio. Sandton Royals have been outstanding here. Look at the bowling figures. All 5 bowlers have been superb. They cover all bases to the Sandton Royals. Left arm spin, right arm spin, 2 quick bowlers, and then Marty van Beek who mixes it up. Good shot from Gus Sloan. He's still fighting hard. Just go with the 2. Heaved away to the leg side, plugs in outfield. Good attempt from the fielder out there, but that's for more to Gus Sloan. He hasn't given up. But it's a mammoth task ahead of him here. Joe Alder just taking the pace off the ball. Great bowling from Alder, mixing up his pace. Sandton Royals are heading for the final, it looks here. Australian national champions taking on the South African national champions. Western Swingers, very good side, much better than the result suggests. But Sandton Royals have just been on the money here. Everything they've touched has turned to gold. They've outplayed the Western Swingers. The game plans have been superb. Great to see Bright in Janju tuning into the broadcast back in Johannesburg. You know, he would have loved to be here, Bright. Chipped out into the onside from Gus Sloan. Thinks of 2, Batra sends him back. Gets a bit too straight there, does Kieran Pass. He's bowled well, he's at 2 great catches out. That's it, long on and long off. The Western Swingers, they've been outstanding in this tournament. Just haven't quite executed today. Come up against a very good Sandton Royals team. Heaved away from Batra. Whitelaw comes around, does the fielding. He's had a great game. He's had a great tournament. Must be one of the picks for the players of the tournament is Whitelaw. Gus Sloan goes long. It's just caught out into the wind. Not an easy hit that. Well batted there from Gus. Not easy with wickets falling around him. Heading into the wind. A strong wind. And he'll be disappointed, but he can hold his head high. He's had a good tournament. Four more to Batra. Playing for a bit of pride out there now. Superbly bowled by Ian Dorflin. It's hardly been required today. They're saving him for the final. Well bowled. So that completes the match. Sandton Royals through to the finals. They've been outstanding. Western Swingers fought hard. Probably not their best game. They've got a lot more in the tank. A much better side than this result suggests. Just weren't quite on their game today. And they'll be disappointed, but they can also hold their heads up high. The Australian national champions, they've been beaten by the South African national champions. That's going to be the end of the broadcast. Well done to both teams, and we'll be starting the final in about 45 minutes from now.